Welcome back to the 5th journey. Fall is finally here. It is my absolute favorite season. However, that means winter is right around the corner, so we have a lot to do before then. We've got a to-do list, so let's go ahead and get started on it.
So I had a couple minutes, so I went ahead and took the time to finish my piping over here for the lines that run out to the winter garden and down to the sheds, or down to the barns for the animals. So you can see this valve's on and that valve's on. So the water now can run down, and that goes out to the, it also goes to the well, but it also goes down to the two garden hose bibs we have set up. The reason why this pipe runs up here, so if we turn the well on, we can turn this one off. This also is a check valve, so it's one way, so water can only flow this direction in case one forgets to turn that valve off. That'd be bad. Anyways, the well water would come up here, up this line. This line just finished today. Then it would come up, over, and then into the top of my tank there. So the reason for this is if we ever run short of water, we can always turn the well on and then get well water instead of rainwater. Here she comes! Lucy loves her Lucy pool. normal, things don't quite go as planned. I was doing some checklist things, getting the hose bibs and everything put in. I was on the Bobcat or the skid steer, and I thought, man, I really need to get some dirt to fill up around these garden hoses. So I ran way out over there to grab some piles from there, and then on the way back I thought, why am I driving all that way when I've got to dig this out around the house anyways for our covered deck, and in the living room we're trying to add on over here. So this was not planned, I just ended up digging this out. So the plan is we're going to come out 12 feet, and then there's going to be a covered patio area out. This window is where the kitchen is. The dining room is going to go right here. It's just going to be a 12 feet by whatever the width of the living or the kitchen is. I think it's 14. So there's a wall about here. Down is going to be a wraparound porch, a wraparound to the front door, just open air. This right here will be the dining room. From the wall here in the kitchen over to this wall, actually I'll come over a little bit more, is going to be a sunroom, screened in sunroom, or sunroom, yeah, screened in sunroom. We're going to take the storm shelter, we bought this in the garage, it's going to go right here. This door will come out and go over here to go out that direction, and then the storm shelter is going to be fixed right here, and it'll be all boxed in. This window into Barry's bathroom, that's why that sunroom is going to bump out to about where this tape line is, come out and over. That way he can still open his window and get some air through there if need be. So it'll be a little hallway kind of area right here. You'll take a door into the storm shelter or go out into the yard over there. And this will be a living space. So we didn't get to build the house out over here like we thought. This monstrosity behind me was just supposed to be the barn, shop, garage kind of thing, and we were going to actually build our house over here. What was behind us was never supposed to happen. It was supposed to be just a bunch of open, empty spaces for hobbies and things like that. Because of COVID and all that, we decided to change our plans and make it the house. But there's a few things on our checklist we didn't get, like the porch and sunroom, things like that. One thing we do really want to have too is a wood burning fireplace. We had to put a pellet stove upstairs, just to have something up in that room, and it really saved us last year. We had plenty of heat just off that pellet stove. Looking forward to this winter to see how well it'll handle the winter season. But out here we're going to put a wood burning stove. The last house I ripped the whole wall out and put in a rear loading wood burning fireplace that I ducted through the house, and although the ducting didn't work very well, loading it from the outside was just awesome. So the plan here is on this south side in the center of the room would be to have a fireplace like what we had before, rear loading, and then on this back area would be a little covered section for wood and things like that, and then we'll have views off for the sunsets out that way. So that's the plan. I go see what FedEx wants now.
I had to giggle. I'm shooting through the screened window, so hopefully you can see it. But Noli and Pumpernickel, we kind of let them run around during the day. Because we don't have that area fenced in. Anyway, they're up at the house right now, and Dad likes to sit out there and read. And Noli wants to be petted. She wants attention, and if she doesn't get attention, she starts nudging you and headbutting you, and it's really funny. I tried to get a video earlier because she was like pushing on the chair. So it's really funny. And then look at Pumpernickel, she's our little one. She and Odie like to play. It's really funny. They're like, goats are like a combination of toddlers and really stupid dogs. So it's really funny. See, she wants attention. She's like, you better pet me. Oh, this is so funny. Oh.
So I decided to bring the new and improved leaf blowers up to the house. So that one is the Nutty Noli version 3. And this is the Perfect Pumpernickel version 4. And they're eating all the leaves. Clean them stalls.
That's what I'm doing.
Clean up that poop.
That's what I'm doing.
I'm watching you. Lucy's watching you too. This is what I find. I make you stuff and you just stare at it with like these scowls of disapproval.
I would not. It looks really nice. I like it. I'm just looking to see where I'm going to put things now. See, I organize and then it has to all come back out and then yeah, it looks really good.
Yep.
I'm just
So
trying
I
to figure out how to
bullnosed
make it work.
that corner. Cause I like bull noses. I don't want it to be such a hard edge. Yep. I just gotta put a support back under there and then that'll be it.
Put all my baskets in. These will get slid back farther. And then Tim's going to put a little shelf on the back so stuff doesn't fall back in there.
I don't really think we need a backsplash. I was gonna do
No.
just a pine backsplash, but
No, we don't need
I
it.
think it fits in there fine because, you know, cover up little gaps like this, but
It's fine.
good enough, huh?
Yeah, I didn't even notice that. That's fine.
Well, it happened to be exactly 98 inches. When you buy the butcher block, it's 98 inches. And it happened to be exactly 98 in the corners. But when they drywall, it gets mudded back in here pretty thick. And that makes it about a 1/4 inch narrower. In fact, it's exactly a 1/4 inch narrower because I have a 1/4 inch gap on each side. And it measured 98.5 on the outside part. So
Looks good. So really just doorknobs, knobs, and trim, and this room's done.
ceiling.
Oh, ceiling, I forgot about
Gotta do the ceiling still.
that. No, I'll look up though.
So that'll be a drop ceiling with some sort of decorative panels in there.
We'll do the kind of the old style tile look.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. One more thing off the list.
Yay! Tim just called me downstairs and said, "Don't be mad. I screwed up." What'd you do?
I fixed it.
You fixed it.
Well, Amazon's gonna fix it.
Amazon's gonna fix it. What'd you do? Oh, I see something.
So I bought this nice little cool plate with all these little holes and everything.
You're just telling me about how excited you were about that. What, a couple days ago?
I
See it. How did you get that on the bottom? How did you?
Because I had it this way and not this way. And so this and this, yeah, see all these, yeah. So I drilled that, and then I was like, oh crap. And so I flipped it over, and I had it shimmed up where it's supposed to be, and I drilled that one, and then I drilled this one, and I went down, I did it here, and I did it here.
Did you fill those with putty or something?
Yeah, I filled
So
with
this
putty.
isn't a new oops. You tried to hide it from me, didn't you?
You
tried to hide it. You tried to hide it.
After I failed to fix it, I went on Amazon and I ordered some plates. That will go on the back and will cover everything up. So, yes, I screwed up. That one may not get covered up. So to fix my mistake on these, right, drilled or started drill an extra hole anyways. About these little back plates off Amazon. Now, this is from the secondhand store. So new, these were $35, but secondhand, which basically means they were returned, and then they're going to resell them again. It was about I think $12 or $13 cheaper, and it looks pretty good. So the only problem running into is, of course, it makes your screws about 1/8 inch short. So all I'm doing here in the back is drilling some pilot holes, and then I'm going to probably fill those with something. Okay, here hopefully relatively soon I'm going to be working on the boiler. We didn't get to this last year. It got cold, and then we were all staying upstairs where the fireplace was anyways for the pellet stove, so we didn't really see a need for it. So this is a leftover piece of the melamine that I had from when we did the temporary countertops in the kitchen. So my plan is basically to mount everything on here. With it being white, I should be able to kind of draw things out, or at least put some labels on stuff. But most of my equipment's down here. I got some extra pieces and stuff up there. I'm sure I'm going to be running back and forth to the store quite a lot. But all I did is I bumped that out 1.5 inches, put some 2x3s behind it to push it out a little bit so my AC lines can go back behind there. This is 3/4 inch, so the only thing I really need to do is make sure when I'm screwing stuff to it, I don't use things that's going to go all the way through and could potentially poke my lines. But I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem, because I got a whole bunch of 3/4 inch screws that I can use. So I'll get started on this here pretty soon and see if I can figure out how this is all going to work. I do need to run water lines along this drain line so we can go into the clean kitchen, get water over there. I also need to run water lines over to the utility sink. So there's going to be a whole lot of spaghetti works mess going on here, and it'll be interesting to see how it all comes together.
We love spaghetti.
Okay, so it slid in place pretty much tight as I thought it would. So I put it in there exactly at 30 inches. So on the back here, we originally planned to have an oven that had a back on it, and it would have covered up the Come it! Wait. Go away!
As quiet as a mouse.
You're not. You're like sitting like a damn elephant running through the house. Anyways, we originally planned on having a back one.